Balky, he was open to some shenanigans all the time. How about Barnes from Platoon, played by Tom Berenger, Barnes? Or the Wolf in Teen Wolf. The Wolf was a guy that Michael J. Fox played him, and he kind of became a bit of an egomaniacal guy when he became the Wolf. Who don't you trust, Balky, Barnes, or the Teen Wolf?
I'm a huge Tom Berenger fan. Balky is so innocent that how could you not trust him? You know what? I'm not trusting the Wolf. The guy knew he was turning into a wolf and kept it secret. You saw the scene. He's hiding in the bathroom. He doesn't want anybody to know. He's got this incredible power where he can slam dunk at 5'4", you know. And you can't trust a guy like that. Is he going to show up as the Wolf, or is he going to show up as a little guy?
You're saying that's not even fair to his teammates because they didn't know which Michael J. Fox would show up. Yeah.
And they started winning when he was the Wolf, and then he waits till the game matters, and then the guy shows up that the rest of them didn't want to see. They trusted him that he was going to bring his A game, and he brought his 5'4" no jumping game. Don't trust the guy.
Don't trust him.
That's who I'm going with.
For the previous one, before we throw over to Bill, for the previous round, Kelly selected Paul, all that hair gel. You didn't have a lot of hair, but I guess you used some gel for the hair you did have. JC Farina, the Wolf from Teen Wolf, can't trust an animal. Tammy, none of the above. Actually, never watched these. Bill DeMott, we have the Wolf from Teen Wolf. We also have Balky or Barnes from Platoon.
Barnes from Platoon literally put his own men in danger.
Yes, he did.
He did, yeah.
Didn't even hide it.
But he looked cool doing it, Bill. The steal, Tom Berenger.
Nothing looks cooler than a 5'4" hairy person dunking a basketball. That should have been. They should have went Scooby-Doo meets Teen Wolf, as far as I'm concerned. Should have been. So I'm going with Tom Berenger because he's just heartless. I wouldn't.
Guys, can we talk about it? He killed Elias.
He killed Elias.
Elias might have been he would have been a liability later.
In part 2?
Well, we will never know that.
But there was a Teen Wolf too.
Yes, there was.
There was, but Berenger died. You know, they all died. Charlie Sheen was the only one that lived, and you know how that sequel went with Charlie Sheen.
Guys and gals, before I lose sponsorship, I want to bring this up because we're talking about Tom Berenger killing one of his own soldiers, but that's fine. We are doing right now a right guard plug every single time David Holiday talks about Mickey Doyle, and he gets heated because when he watches Teen Wolf, all he wants to do is watch an 80s comedy. He wants to relive a classic. He wants to watch Michael J. Fox. He wants to watch Booth, who's a cute little brunette there. That's all he wants to do when he watches Teen Wolf, but he can't do that because Mickey Doyle brings out his inner bad guy the way that David Holiday brings out the inner bad guy in Don Morocco, according to Don. So he grabs himself some right guard, Arctic Refresh, Extreme Defense. It'll last up to 72 hours. David Holiday can binge watch Teen Wolf. He's got his own right guard there as well. He can watch it. How after that testimonial, he's got his right guard. And so does Bill. Kelly has a comment for Bill. Bill, that would be kind of like David slam dunking at his height.
Yes, Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
there you go.
Nice, Kelly.
Good evening to you, Mitch Seinfeld. Thank you for joining us. Right guard shout-outs.
Did you say that's not nice?
No,
that's not nice.
That was rude. That's not what we're bringing on this show. We bring on this show positivity. Positivity.
Guys and gals, we have another trio of options. We'll kick it over to David Holiday first. You can vote and let us know why. David will let us know why as well. The next options are Nicky Santoro in Casino, played by Joe Pesci. Nicky Santoro in Casino, played by Pesci. We also have Randall McMurphy, played by Jack Nicholson in Once Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest. And we have Dr. Phil. Who can't you trust and why?
Man, I've seen enough shrinks to know that you can't trust a damn one of them. I've seen it. Cuckoo's Nest, Jack. I trust one thing. Everything that comes out of his mouth is going to be crazy. Casino,
Nicky Santoro.
You better trust him, or he's going to put you under the ground. Definitely.
As soon as you heard Dr. Phil, I already know you made up your mind.
Yeah, right away. I mean, I can't even tell you how many shrinks I've seen that were wrong. They all tried to say I had stuff wrong with me.
I can't believe somebody would think that David Holiday doesn't have a sound mind isn't a down-to-earth person who's got his priorities in check. Dr. Phil, I guess, represents some of those quacks that didn't help you along the way. So Dr. Phil would be your choice.
100%.
Let's see if Bill DeMott and David can actually agree. I don't know if they can. The options are Dr. Phil, Nicky Santoro, or Randall McMurphy, played by Nicholson.
Nicky Santoro, no matter what happened, would make sure he was home in time to make his boy pancakes.
You did.
You got to trust that.
You do.
Now, Jack shared bubblegum with a big Indian. You got to trust that.
You got to trust that.
Trust that. Absolutely.
Dr. Phil, who knows if he's a doctor or not?
Thank you.
Because Oprah said this is my friend, Dr. Phil.
Here comes Oprah again. Yeah, appointing people. Yeah, absolutely.
So wait, Bill, you think he got the rub? He got the rub from Oprah and he was gold.
He took the same time slot as Jerry Springer.
Yeah, he
Is
did.
he Dr. Springer? Who's this guy, Dr. Phil?
I also think there's something a little funny when you kind of like, I guess we've subliminally forgotten about the fact that he's Dr. Phil. I mean, not Dr. Stevens or Dr. Jake, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, Dr. Phil.
Drake
You know,
or something.
I mean, there's a whole rabbit hole we can go down. Nicky Santoro, according to JC, has betrayed Samantha Rothstein. Tammy, he kind of gets on your nerves, doesn't he, Bill? And Kelly's laughing with her pa-ha-ha. We will kick it over now to Mr. Holiday for his next trio of options. What a fun game we have. Another brand new game called Cannot Trust. Who can't you trust? David Holiday of the following: Al Bundy, Howard Stern, or every character in John Carpenter's classic, The Thing.
Oh, you can't trust anybody in The Thing. I mean, you know, he could be your best friend, but he might not be because he might have the thing in him. Al Bundy, you can't try. I mean, the guy's he's as honest as they come. He's too honest. Category 3, that's an easy one. Anybody who's watched The Thing has seen that time and time again in the film. You can't trust anybody in The Thing.
To the point where in the end we can't even trust whether Kurt Russell or Keith David is the Thing or a human. We don't know.
That's it. We have no idea.
JC agrees. Can't trust the Thing. Bill DeMott. Tammy says I was talking about David. Can't trust the Thing from JC. How about Bill DeMott? I'll give him his options again. The entire, all of the characters essentially in The Thing. Howard Stern or Al Bundy.
well, I got to be honest. I've never seen The Thing, so I don't care about it. Never seen it. Don't want to see it. Doesn't entice me to go see it. You just ruined the plot for me, so I don't care if I ever get to see it. Thanks, David. Way to kill off another movie for me. Now the second one was
Howard Stern.
how do you not trust Howard Stern? The guy's he's an open book.
Well, let's assume you're walking in and you're about to be interviewed. That's what I meant. We'd get a kick out of it, but certain people.
Wholeheartedly. I don't think he'd ever hit me sideways. I mean, he got his wife to go along with his lifestyle. I mean, I did not trust the guy.
Sure.
Now, Al Bundy, although he scored the winning touchdown for Paramus High School, my alma mater, sells women's shoes. I don't trust nobody who all day. Al Bundy, I don't trust you.
Good point.
Very good point. Bundy wasn't so successful at it, but you're right. Nevertheless, a salesman is a salesman is a salesman you can't trust. Tammy, you didn't miss a thing. Ha, ha, ha. The Thing was a great movie, though. I will kick it over to David Holiday for his trio of options, which are Mahoney from Police Academy. Something about that. And by the way, Steve Guttenberg, if you're watching and you're not, I got a story about you, but I'm not that kind of guy. I don't take shots. You know what happened in 2007. So Mahoney from Police Academy, Sam Malone from Cheers, or Steve Sanders from Beverly Hills 90210. Now, Sam Malone, played by Ted Danson, might steal your woman. Steve Sanders from Beverly Hills 90210, blonde hair. He looked like Kurt Hennig a little bit. Now, this guy would always mess up somehow. He'd mess up Brandon's day. He'd mess up Brandon Walsh's life and have to clean it up. David Holiday, your choice.
Yeah, it'd mess up his career and end up on Sharknado. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same guy, right?
Self-sabotage, sure.
I'm not trusting anybody on 90210. They're all in it for themselves. They spend all their time looking in the mirror. You can't put that many beautiful people in one set and think about you could trust any of them. That's an easy one. The character from 90210 / Sharknado, I wouldn't trust him at all.
Steve Sanders, JC agrees. He goes, Steve from Beverly Hills was a snake in the grass. So there you go. Bill DeMott, we have Steve Sanders. We also have Sam Malone from Cheers or Mahoney from Police Academy.
I'm just gonna upset everyone right now. All the viewers, I'm gonna drop the bomb on you right now and just upset y'all. I grew up playing outside and sports. I don't know what you're talking about. 90210. I are Bill DeMott. Therefore,
It's okay.
I don't trust this question. I don't trust the viewers that are answering the question and adding to the storyline of 90210. I don't trust you, David Holiday, that you had such deep thought into this, the answer of 90210, and everyone knows Sharknado number 5 will be starring Mott.
I watched 90210. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
kind of guilty.
But you watch because you're in the business.
Yeah, I have no answer
David
for that.
watched because he gives everybody the business.
They were handsome. All the
They were.
characters in there.
Tori Spelling was a handsome woman.
Can't trust
He
Mahoney.
was handsome. Yeah. And Shannon Doherty, man.
You can't trust Mahoney.
No. Why would you hide someone under the podium of the commandant
Oh no.
when your best friend makes all the best noises in the world? Harvey, I'll if you hear me. What did they say? I shouldn't have said something.
No, that's fine. Why would you hide someone at the podium when the commandant's there? I totally agree with you.
Commandant.
Sure.
And
No, that's fine. His speech sucked the energy from the room. Tammy says Mahoney, but you know you can't trust Sam. Ed Hauser, hey kids, Mahoney. Kelly, you didn't miss much with 90210. Our next trio of options. What a great, this turned out to be, I think, a classic. Let's snapshot this for a soundbite. Our next ones right now, we have our Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino in The Godfather. Jake LaMotta, Raging Bull. Little bit of a hothead, so I don't know there. How about Snake Plissken in Escape from New York, played by Kurt Russell? Who don't you trust? Who can't you trust, David?
Corleone, The Godfather. I would stay, far away from that family. I wouldn't trust myself being around them. I just, they can look at you and say, let's go for a drive. Let's just go for a drive. And the next thing you know, you're being buried in a cornfield somewhere. So I wouldn't trust anybody in that family, including him. Not that I don't respect them.
Michael Corleone from the Corleone family, Bill DeMott. Again, you have Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino. You also have Jake LaMotta, Raging Bull, played by De Niro, or Snake Plissken in Escape from New York, played by Kurt Russell.
Well, you got to trust Kurt Russell because Kurt Russell had an opportunity to not only escape from New York, he could have escaped from L.A. as well.
He did.
But he needed people to live, so he got along with everyone. I trust Snake Plissken.
Sure.
Now, Michael Corleone, who David affectionately called him and that family, has just insulted half of my family by calling them and those people. So I'm going to say,
I didn't mean that.
so you were nonchalantly taking plugs at Italians.
Well, I was married to an Italian. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You
that's
just
true.
did it again. I don't trust Jake LaMotta.
I don't think we're going to get an answer as much as we're going to get a rivalry now because of that Michael Corleone answer delivered by David Holiday. Bill's not getting over that one. I could tell.
What do you mean, you people?
What are you talking about? We